I'm not actually dead.
Yes! Welcome to That's Debatable. Today's debate is the best movie twist ending. Here are the parameters. This has to be from a movie.
What? No.
It has to be the ending of the movie.
Why do we even do these parameters?
Here's one. It actually has to change your perception of what has previously happened in the movie. It can't just be like a shocking event. It has to be something that makes you reevaluate the entire movie. So, let's see who has to start. Brandon. Major spoilers for this video. We will be in-depth discussing the entire movies and their twists. So we're gonna say what each movie is, and if you don't want to hear spoilers for that, then don't watch this video.
My pick is Star Wars Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back, because nobody suspected that Darth Vader was actually Luke's father.
Even though Vader is father in another language. I don't remember which one.
I don't remember which one.
Still, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying it's correct.
I chose American Psycho, a story about a serial killer, and then I'll explain the twist ending later.
Do that now.
Thanks for the intro.
Oh, we're gonna do that in the intro?
Yeah. Say what the twist is.
The twist is that, okay, so basically the main character the whole time is killing people. But in the end, the twist is that a lot of people that he thought he killed, he's still alive and kicking. He didn't actually kill them, just to show how crazy he really is.
My pick is The Usual Suspects, and the entire movie is when Verbal Clint is in an interrogation room, the only survivor of an incident, and he's telling the cops about giving him all this information, this huge elaborate story about how everything happened. When he finally gets to the climax, all throughout the movie it alludes to Kaiser Soze, who is this legendary crime lord, and the detective thinks that it's one of Verbal's friends, and Verbal refuses to acknowledge it until he finally admits it. He leaves the police station, and you find out that Verbal himself is Kaiser Soze.
I picked Star Wars because when Star Wars came out, it was huge. Everybody loved Star Wars. Adjusted for inflation, it's still one of the highest grossing movies, so everybody went out to see the next one. And no one could, well, I mean, some people could have guessed, but you can only imagine the collective gasp in the theaters when Darth Vader said, "I am your father."
Oh, if you spoke that one language, you would have seen it coming.
Anyway,
his name is Dark Father.
That's a strange
Anyway, they pushed it hard from the beginning that Luke's father was dead. Sometimes they said that Darth Vader killed him, and people found this twist so unbelievable
they
that
killed themselves.
They didn't.
Mass suicide.
In the middle of the theater.
Everybody thought it was so outrageous and unbelievable that they thought it was a trick, and they were waiting for the next movie to find out that they were lying the whole time.
They weren't.
Okay, so I think that the twist ending in American Psycho is so beautiful because not only do you never expect it that he's that crazy, but it shows how out of his mind he really is. I mean, he actually thought he was killing all of these people.
You can kind of tell throughout the whole movie that he was out of his mind.
Well, yeah, I know,
it's
but
called American Psycho.
Okay, yeah, but you never.
You're like, what? He's crazy?
He's not insane.
You never saw it to that extent. You never thought.
You think that's more of an extent than when he is naked, covered in blood, and drops the chainsaw down the staircase?
Oh my god! All right, listen.
The Usual Suspects is amazing because this is the single best example in all of literature and film of an unreliable narrator, because this man is telling you this entire story. It is so in-depth, and you trust him. I mean, he's a relatively likable guy. Like, you trusted him.
No, I really didn't.
Yes, you did.
Towards the end of the movie, I watched it with him recently because I had.
Because I told you, wait until the ending. You're gonna be so surprised by the ending.
Yeah, but anybody that knows that movie is a twist ending is.
Yeah, but
when it came out,
towards the end of the movie, you can tell. You're kind of like,
yeah, because you start figuring it out, and then when it all falls into place, it all falls into place just as the detective finds out, and that ending scene just with all of the lines of dialogue and the places that he got them from, is one of the most mind-blowing things. Bryan Singer blew it out of the water, and that scene is amazing, and I almost peed myself when I watched it.
That's weird.
And
That's
by almost,
awkward.
I mean...
That's weirder than my Wednesdays.
Sweet. All right, Star Wars is a huge pop culture phenomenon all around the world, and that the ending of that second movie was huge, and it changed how lots of people thought about the series and what was going on after that and everything that happened before, because everyone thought Luke's father was dead, and then they find out that he's his father, and then later after we find out that he killed all of the little Jedi.
Yeah, way more than any of ours. It's a pretty iconic moment. You can't say that.
If
you say that,
That is
if you,
true.
I am your father is ingrained in
Watch your
culture.
team, and you'll find I am your father, even though they use
Anyway,
the quote wrong.
the reason that The Usual Suspects twist works so well is because of an Academy Award-winning, mind-blowing, career-making performance by Kevin Spacey. Kevin Spacey, who is undoubtedly in like the top 3 actors, maybe of all time,
He's
but
number 1.
currently
I like Kevin
working
Bacon.
today. Kevin Spacey's what? Anyway, Kevin Spacey is able to sell you both his. It's amazing how he can play a character who is selling to another character while selling to the audience at the same time. He is able to just completely convince so many people of so many things, both his actor and his character, that you never see it coming, and by the time you see it coming, it's too late, and it blows you out of the water.
I'd say the same thing with American Psycho. I mean, the ending, you're so surprised that he hasn't actually killed any of these people, but he's just been thinking it up in his mind and imagining
Well,
it.
no,
It's
because-
so bizarre.
It's not, because, like I said, the entire movie, you know he's a psychopath.
Yeah, but
so
you
it's
don't-
not that out of the realm of
You do
possibility.
know he's a psychopath, but the fact that he's so psychotic to the fact that he's just imagining it the whole time is insanity.
And in Star Wars cases, you thought that Luke and Darth Vader were completely disconnected, and then when you find out that this entire time he's been fighting against his own father, that betrayed
pretty-
all of them, that's a pretty big deal.
That is a pretty big
especially
deal.
for the series in a whole. Oh, Star Wars, huge. It's huge all over the world. Everybody knows Star Wars, and most people have seen Star Wars. And the ending to Episode 5, when Luke discovers that Darth Vader, his arch enemy, is his father, was a huge deal, and such a huge deal, many people thought it was a joke.
Committed suicide.
And they committed suicide.
Mass suicide.
Everyone died.
American Psycho. Don't imagine killing people, or you might be psychotic.
The Usual Suspects is... Star Wars is known for being Star Wars. Star Wars is Star Wars. While that's an iconic moment, it's known for Star Wars. American Psycho is known for Christian Bale's performance. The Usual Suspect is defined by its twist. Without that twist, it would have been a very good movie. With it, it's one of the best movies ever made. And the only reason people know that movie is because of its ending. Whereas, like I said, people know other movies for other reasons. People know The Sixth Sense for the twist. The people know Usual Suspects for the twist. The winner is Star Wars Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back. Brendan, this is your first win. How do you feel?
I feel pretty excited about it. Massimo gave me a point this
What
time.
is your closing statement? You want to do it?
It better be as good as mine.
I am your father.
That was freaking